All right. Welcome. I'm gonna go ahead and tweet this out a little bit because whenever I do a programming stream, I'm always tweeting about it. So I sort of want to keep that going a little bit. So I'll keep this screen up a little bit. Just a second. I can change that text at least. There we go. Okay, but I'm here. We can talk, and I can see your chats, so go ahead. But let's see. On Twitter. I'm gonna link the tweet in a second. Let's see. Let's see. So first stream today, where I'm gonna go ahead and develop an incremental game. I've been working on this on and off for a long time, basically the entire last year. On and off, definitely. And I decided what I was doing was too ambitious, which was multiplayer aspects adding to it. So, I worked on a backend for it, which actually is very workable and does a lot of things, but I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is start from scratch and start single player first. See where we're going with that. Let's see. Oh, come on, PC, work with me. All right, that should do it. And welcome, Mega. Welcome. Yeah, I'm here. I'm just tweeting this out a little bit. There we go. All right, it's on the tweeters. No, that's not how I say it. Welcome, Mika. How are you today? And here's my tweet. Yeah, that's the one. And I should probably put it on Slack as well. Pom. Avert, welcome. Welcome. You're here before I even start. Can't believe you haven't followed me yet. How are you? Okay. Let me close that. Finish working for today. Nice. Always good to finish that. Yeah, but I'm good. Let's see. I need to get used to this new setup. I haven't streamed from this setup yet. And hope music is not too loud. There I am. Welcome. So I got some code. Basically, I haven't done too much at all on this yet. I've been just building a little tooling mostly, including something I've already published on NPM, which is my new library for data binding, Alloy. Let's see, I do have it. Oh wait, it's in a node module now. I can't actually display it here. Yeah, you know what? I can show it. Which basically you know what's easier? I could just go to npm. There we go. So I've published this today. New version, completely rewritten from the beginning, and it's pretty easy. You just bind it to a UI element and we'll basically update it constantly. So, I mean, it works pretty well. No longer requires you to override something built in titanium. So, you know, it's pretty straightforward. I do see the changelog here is not up to date because I had to push another change, a little typo basically, middle change here, but that's fine. I just explore new. Oh, okay, I haven't seen that before. I'm not on this website too often. Anyways, that's what I've been building for this game. And the second thing I've been building for this game is this sticker thingy, which basically just I'm gonna publish that separately as well because I like to do that. But basically, what it does is it takes the text that comes in, you set on a label, and overrides that and just loops through it to add them with a it adds them one by one in a loop basically, which is pretty cool. Wait, how did I do that last bit? Like it stops at the end for all right, yeah, it's this one. It's the basically stops the timer and with 300 milliseconds. That's the one. Okay. But I've been building that, so I'm gonna probably distribute that separately as well. But that's gonna be published later. So what I'm gonna do is, did I change something here? Maybe. Is make something fun, because right now it's just a implementation of something. As you can see, it just updates this correctly. And I also built a little animation. Let's see. I was testing with that a little bit as well, where it moves some lines at a random speed basically. And that's supposed to sort of indicate a sort of a loading screen basically. But I'm getting ahead of myself. What I'm making is a incremental game, which is pretty close to a clicker game. Let me just open this can for a second. It's pretty close to a clicker game in the sense that you need to do things basically. You just need to constantly upgrade, and like an RPG would be an incremental, right? You need to constantly do something so you can get better, so you can upgrade things, so you can do things better. Like it's just you're climbing a ladder basically. Clicker game is sort of like that, but that works exponentially. This is not supposed to be working exponentially, but more in the sense that a role-playing game is incremental. Yes, that's sort of the point. Yes, so it's sort of the point that it is there is going to be a spaceship on there as well, but I don't have any assets yet. I don't have any graphics. I'm gonna get those made at some point, but first I want to make the game and have it work before I invest money in getting assets made. But yeah, this is sort of a traveling. Honestly, that's also what I had here, traveling, where you can make it warping or anything you want. So what did I do? There. And I also had 4 lines there with different speeds. So right now what I had, that's why I had these as single lines. So what I had was, I don't actually need to do a timeout in the same one because this worked fine. Was this So I just timed out an extra one with a little delay with the same speed. And then I also had two others. So we have line 3 and line 4, which I did at some random speed. So let's say I'm delaying this with 500 and making this that duration, and I'm gonna let this do, I don't know, somewhere in between 630 or 640, and then the speed is gonna be 732. So then I have 4 lines that travel at different speeds, so they will sort of overlap, be a little random, and that could work as like the moving stars. So now they're lines, but I'm thinking of giving them random vertical positions. So if I do, let's see, I can make them like 5 wide, so they're sort of trails more, and then height is gonna be 2, something like that. So now they're dots. You can see they're trails, right? They're supposed to be dots. And what we can do now is, you know, the platform heights. So let's see. So the area is gonna be the height of the device. Heights. And I'm gonna remove like 90 from it, because the top 45 and the bottom 45 I don't care about. And then we can do UI.left is math round, no, random, well, round first, times area, and do plus 45, so we have that middle area. Is that it? That's it, right? Oh, that's left. Yeah, it doesn't work. Top. Sorry. See, that works. That's sort of the Traveling Stars animation. But I'm gonna need more. So I'm probably gonna make these dynamic, because there's no way I'm gonna do that like this. Like, but honestly, this works pretty well. It looks proper moving stars. So I'm gonna do is, I don't know, let's make a function that loops through them, and then move this one to the top. And now what we're gonna do is like this. We can do this. Animate loop. Let's create a view. Okay. Function random y. We can put this in there. So that we can initiate it with that as well. Top is random y. Okay, that works. I know this is. I know we're working on aesthetics while we should be working on content, but you know, this is fun. This is what I do programming for, to make something fun. And then what we're gonna do is the second property is the speed. So that's gonna be math.floor random times 500, and then we're gonna add 500, so it's anywhere in between 500 and 1000. in terms of the speed. So it initiates 10 of these things. I should add them to the wrapper though. Let's just do like this. What is wrong? Oh, there we go. That works. And then I do. Did I have a wrapping window? No, just a window. Okay. And there we go. And then we loop through the animation. Does this work? Yes. Normally you start with logo. Now logo is one of the last things I'm working on because I honestly. Oh wait, there's no, like, they started at the same time, didn't they? Yes. Okay, we're gonna, well, I guess it sort of initiates the warp thing, right? Normally I don't start with a logo. More normally I start with, that's probably one of the last things I work on, is doing those kind of things. But I guess this sort of initiates a vibe with what I'm doing. And we could very well use this. I'm liking this. I know we're getting a shit ton of errors here, or warnings, and I don't know how to get rid of them yet. What I noticed is I'm getting these errors whenever I animate more than one thing inside the same wrapper. And I don't know, there's no implication of it because of the error. It's just, it's a warning, but there's nothing wrong actually. So we're gonna keep it. But this works good. This works very well. Yeah, so I can kick out the styling file. I can kick out the lines here. And I probably should not make it a window, because then I can do things with it. So if I do a window here in the wrapping view, this is a wrapping view. If I do this here, it's probably gonna error out. Oh, it actually works. Can I add a window to the window? But if I do view here, I need a wrapper, and then we can, in our version working one. Then we are gonna go here in the moving, and instead of $.getView, we're doing wrapper. Add. Okay, index, what's wrong? Oh, there, moving. Alright, it ignored the original one. Okay, that makes sense. And now we're gonna add a class here and let this interface. There we go. Okay, that works. And Codigo, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. All right. Codigo. Nice. Okay, this works. Looks pretty straightforward. Actually pretty simple to do. Just a simple loop of the animation. I just wish I could get rid of these errors because it pollutes my terminal. I forgot what was the... What was the default port again for... Ooh, what was the default port again for Webpack? 8 something? It says something when I boot it up, but I don't remember. 8080? No. 8084. Look, I was pretty close. 8084. There we go. Cool. I'm gonna move it here. What? Went back? Here. There we go. Okay, we got it here. So now I can easily stop the build and start it again. That's pretty cool. Look at that, it shows us a dependency now. Sweet. Okay. This is fun. I love this fact. Okay, so we got this. Hi Everett, welcome. So we got this traveling animation. This is the SimCity 3000 soundtrack. I figured it was very suitable for playing on stream. It's very recognizable. I came on this music because I had a song on Spotify that sort of reminded me of this soundtrack. I was like, okay, sure, I'm gonna do that. Alright, so it's time for a default initiation of things, because we need a user profile. We need to keep track of the user. So what I'm gonna do, that I think I played that one. Wait, that's the same as the original one on the PC, right? Or is that an older one? I think I played that one on PC. Right? Okay, now I have to know. Just SimCity. Wow, the first version was developed on Commodore 64. Really? I honestly don't know which one I played first. I think it was 2000 that I played first. Yeah, welcome, Bray. Yeah, if there's like game soundtracks are usually fine, because they are not copyright protected, or usually not DMCA-able. I think SimCity falls under that as well. More people use the soundtracks of games on their streams like this, so it should not be muted after, and there should not be a DMCA possible against me. Ooh, open source. I love open source games. Speaking of open source games, have you heard of Screeps? I think this is open source, right? I think so. Or at least the server is open source. Screeps is a MMO sandbox game for programmers, and if we could get interested enough in it, maybe we could host a server for this and play on this. Programming AI is very difficult, but it's pretty cool. And it's on Steam as well. I have it on Steam. I think you need to buy it on Steam. Wait, what? What? I have Screeps. That's a new game? Okay, there's a new game coming apparently. But yeah. This is a pretty cool game as well. Anyways, let's get back to my own game, where we should probably do some bootstrapping of the user. Let's see. I don't have much on my mind right now. So what I do have is, like I said, I built a server before, but I'm not gonna go with server side in this version. I'm just gonna go single player, have fun, and work on a multiplayer integration later. It never was competitive multiplayer, it was always cooperative. I don't like PvP myself, so I will not build that. And I figured might as well make things simple first, because I always like to go over the top on projects for myself. So what we're gonna need to do is get data. Let's see, user. You know what? I have my library in here. I don't need to do this. I don't need to do this. I need to require this, because that makes things so much easier. That I don't ever have to get it out, basically. Let's see. Get user. And I think it returns false. Find function. I think it returns. Oh, it might return undefined actually. Yeah, it should return nothing. So if we don't have user data, then we are gonna set user data. We have 3 coordinates. We're gonna work with a 3-dimensional system. So our location is 0. We're starting in the middle, and now we are gonna need to come up with a default ship. Or we're gonna make a different library file for that as well. Get defaults. Okay. And we're just gonna have to work with that and see where we are getting, how we're gonna handle this basically. What kind of data is gonna be in there. But default, I was thinking things like fuel. Like we're gonna have some fuel in there. We're gonna have the capacity for fuel. We're gonna have cargo, those kind of things. I don't need to nest this in the user though. So we're first gonna do this. X, Y, Z. Do I need username or anything? I don't think so. And then we're just gonna do set user data, and then we have that stored and we can use it anywhere. Is it stopped? Nope. Oh, we don't call this. So in Alloy, we're gonna say require user init. So many errors. Inits, okay. Then in here, let's get the moving text out. And then in index, what we're gonna do is, I'm curious. Text is going to be user.x. And then class is going to be, I had a default class for text. Well, let's do title. And then we need to do module is Alloy. Doesn't work. So it found window, it found new subscription. So that works. For some reason it doesn't do subscription. I'm gonna need to figure that out. I'm also using Webpack. That also definitely improves the reload time. But also I have only 2 controllers, which also makes things much faster. But Webpack only recompiles the files that it actually needs, so it's definitely much faster than that. Why does it not work? So if I output this, what does it say? Oh, we still have the test data. Yeah, Webpack is really good. And it keeps monitoring your files, but also you can stop it, so it no longer monitors. But you can restart it and it just does another build, basically. It's pretty cool. See, there we go. So we do have user.xyz. Oh wait, do I have... Oh, I might actually have broken... you. Did I break things because it's 0? And it doesn't handle 0? That could be it. That could be it. It probably just does a simple if. Our subscriptions. Well, that sort of should be okay, actually. Let me just reset that data. Empty object. Okay, now we have user.xyz as a default. It needs... That works. I wasn't expecting to have to debug this. Okay, it works. So there is probably something wrong with the... yeah, probably something wrong there. It does probably need patching, but that's fine. It could make it strings, but that's really hard to work with then. Okay, we're gonna keep it like this. I don't need to output this directly right now. Okay. So what it's gonna do is, so the game starts. You're gonna start at coordinate 0, 0, 0. And we've got a 3-dimensional space, so you can go in all directions, which makes the number of positions you can get into insanely big, right? You can get, if you get to coordinate 100, 100, 100, within a square of that distance from 0, you already have 201 times 201 times 201 possibilities. Oh, I should do 201, 201, 201, which is a few. which is probably more than we'll ever need in a game, especially because it's single player. So in terms of restrictions this game is going to have is I'm not going to restrict where you're going to play. If you want to go to coordinate 100,000, then be my guest. But in terms of fuel, I don't think we're going to need more fuel than a portion of that distance. You don't need to go to coordinate 100 if you can go to coordinate 10, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Question. Is there a way to move the webpack for an existing project? Do you have to create a project initially using webpack template? There is a transition guide, yes. Yes. Yeah, so you can transition existing project. I haven't personally done that myself. But that's also because I'm not actively working on a big project myself that I migrated. But every new project I make, I do webpack based. It just makes things easier. Okay. Thanks for that link. This also proves that my my bot doesn't automatically flag links anymore. I've been struggling with the auto moderator for a while, and I feel like I should not do auto moderation unless I actually need to. So, yep, feel free to share relevant links without permission, as long as they're relevant. If they're not relevant, I'm gonna kick you out. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna need a new lib, which will contain my ship. New file, ship.js. I can basically copy the user thingy. Ship. Gonna rename a couple things and then basically we should be good. And then we need new properties. So let's say fuel is gonna be let's do 30. Fuel capacity is gonna be 30. Yeah, that's a good point to start. Yeah, definitely. So we have fuel capacity, we have storage, which is empty. We have storage capacity. Let's make it 30 as well. I don't know. We're gonna work with arbitrary numbers until we have a value to them. But it's gonna be our ship. Our ship has fuel capacity. Let's do speed. Speed is 1. Mining speed is 1. Speed is 1, mining speed is 1. I think that's it, right? Do you need anything else? For now, definitely not. Recompiling still works, right? Yes. So now I can do ship fuel. But why don't you work? Oh, I don't initiate a ship yet. Okay. Should have an error then. User init, ship init. There we go. Now we have fuel. So now I always have a property which you can call to for fuel. And unless I call this reset function every time, I don't even need to set it. So it will always be permanently stored. And as you can see, if I disable this thing, we now have this in the default storage, which is outputted in the index. Yes. So now we have this. So now I can make some UI elements that basically demonstrate or show my properties, and we can start with that. So let me explain the type of game we have. Right, is you're a ship in an infinite space, a mining ship. You need to mine goods to earn money, and with that money you can buy new components to upgrade your ship and get better. That's the basic gist. It's basically space mining, but the idea is that there's going to be more complexity to it, right? So if you want to have, let's go to the ship thing. Let's say you want to improve your mining speed. You're gonna need a new mining laser for that. But in order to get that mining laser, you need to do a quest of some sorts, or you need to, like, I haven't figured this part out exactly, but we're sort of winging it for now. And what we're gonna do then is you need to gather materials to craft your new mining laser, or to hand over to a space station that can make it for you. And the higher you want to get it, the more difficult it gets, basically. That's the basic idea. Of course, there need to be things in the game that get you back into it constantly, right? It needs to be interesting enough to keep playing, and that you play it once and then just dismiss it out of hand. But that's a general idea. So if anyone has any specific gameplay ideas, then let me know. But I'm also thinking of things like collectibles, for example. Things you need to find or craft in the game, or anything like that. Automate things, you name it. But the idea is you need to find asteroids to mine, and the asteroids will be randomly generated, so they can be either good asteroids, they can be bad asteroids. I have very complicated code on my server side, but I'm gonna keep it much simpler for now, where the different materials that are in the game are randomly generated. And you gotta hope for good materials. And in the beginning, you cannot choose which material you mine, right? So because it's like a mixture of materials, for example. As I said, I'm sort of figuring this out as we go. So if you have a asteroid that's 80% water, and only 1% iron, then only 1% of your mining haul is going to be iron. So you're going to mine a long time before you get something. And of course, in the beginning, upgrades are going to be cheaper for your ship. But as you go on, it's going to be harder and harder to improve because tech becomes more expensive. But that's all going to be step by step. We're getting there, but that is the goal, is to get bigger and bigger, better and better, travel further and further, and maybe automate more things. Yeah, there should definitely be some sort of interaction. Yeah, so definitely ranking, definitely global ranking, local ranking. I haven't figured that out yet. Maybe make teams or anything, but definitely some interactivity. Originally, I had the idea of doing multiplayer, where if you build a space station somewhere, then someone else could dock and trade their goods at your station, or build refineries so you can refine your material in something else. But I'm letting that slip for now. I'm gonna keep it as simple as possible to at least be able to release a game, and work from there, right? I'm gonna add multiplayer at some point, but rankings is something I think is almost mandatory. But yeah, that's it for now. For this, that's gonna be my ship. If I don't reset like here, it shouldn't update. So if I change the fuel, I did fuel right here. Yeah, ship.fuel. So if I set fuel to 50 here, we shouldn't see that updated because the ship is already initiated. That's the whole point of my Stabloid framework or library is that it has persistent storage. So you can just rely on the data being stored in there. And you can of course always override or reset things. But it's basically a persistent storage. So you can just set it once, trust that as your storage system. And I'm gonna work on interactivity from there. But first, I need to have something playable. At least that's good enough to do something. Before we continue, let me just commit what I just did. Even though I'm developing this open source, as in you can see my code, I'm not gonna open source everything. Initiation of ship and user. So the repository is hidden, it's private. Despite the fact that I'm working in the public here, there's gonna be things that I'm just gonna keep developing offline. I'm not gonna do the entire app online, but I'll try to stream more development of this. But yeah, that's it for that. So what we can do now is just build the interface and go from there. And I'm very bad at interfaces. I did have some inspiration somewhere, especially for colors. Let me just see if I can find that real quick. Yeah, so I had this as my color inspiration. I found this on Dribbble, and I sometimes go there for inspiration, and this is basically how I look at things. Of course, this is a completely different interface, but it's definitely something I like in terms of the color scheme. So it's also a gray color. It has nice orange and red-like tints in it, and that feels very spacey to me. So we're definitely going to keep that kind of vibe going, and also the colors of the lines are very subtle, and the white is very clear. So that's something I'm going for. Again, I'm very bad at design, so I'm probably not going to have anything as slick as that. But that's for a later stage. Navigation window. Okay, we have a navigation window, so we can do title attributes, color. Wait, I had a config, right? Yes, colors at text. Any subset? No, just colors at text. Space. Title attributes. Did I need to do, wait, app.tss? Yeah, font family. Let's go with regular. That works. Okay. So the styling of the title works there. That's at least working. So the middle part is gonna have to display whatever is happening right now, right? So I'm gonna build a separate controller for that. New Alloy controller. The dashboard slash, because this is going to be our dashboard. Dashboard slash current, I guess. And we're going to do dashboard slash index. We're going to move our index controller to what we have in our dashboard. Okay. Alloy, create controller. There, we're gonna open that and then okay, and then I have too many things open. The styling as well. Okay, that's copied. Then over here we can actually empty this out again. Yes. Okay, so we got dashboards. Cool. So our dashboard is going to contain a couple of views. One is what are, like I had the current, let me just close all, close others. So one is the what is in our current coordinates. So that's going to be either a planet, for example. So 000 should be Earth, I guess. We could do moon. Moon might be a good point. Might make more sense as well. And then there is, of course, asteroids. So there's going to be asteroids all over the place where what you can mine, but there's going to be randomly generated. So once you find one, it's going to stay there. But you can mine it out, so you can completely mine it. And I'm thinking there should be a timeout. So if you haven't visited a certain asteroid in a certain amount of time, let's say a week or something, then it should just disappear. Because asteroids move, so once you've discovered something, it's not there permanent. Nothing hangs still in the sky. And our point of origin is basically the moon, so that's what we're going for. But first, let's work on some coloring. Because I'm gonna need some of these colors. Let me just put this one in. Close you. Let's put this one in here. So let's try to extract a couple colors from here. Wait, is there a color picker in? What's the color meter? Oh, there we go. Can I get No, can I get? This is just brown, basically. Can anyone tell me how I can get the hex colors from here? I mean, I can. I can add it in Pixelmator, but I got Pixelmator. I'll add it there. Let me just save this. Oh, the tools are there. Okay, sure. Anything other that there's more tools? Why do they not stick with the main window? Okay, so I'm gonna get color picker. There. Okay, so we're gonna import some of these colors. Let's see, top is 100s, width is 50, there. And then in the config file, orange. Does this work? Wow, something broke. Colors, not orange. I see. I don't think that works. Oh, it works. Yeah. Okay, so we got that. Any other colors that are interesting there? I guess we could go with the this line. It's basically 2-6, okay. So we have theme, we have UI. I wonder what this background color is, by the way. Wait, how is this? Oh, this is okay. Yeah, that's 2-6. This is 1-9. I see. 2-6. What? I can't see it. Is that me? Or is it my monitor? No, I don't see it. Oh, maybe I should make it lowercase. There we go. Okay, that's a good distinction. Like, it's subtle, but it works. We're gonna need a red here. I think this one is a pretty cool red. Red, okay. We can display that one as well. That looks good, right? Anything else? I guess this is the default orange color again. We can use this gray maybe. This is full white. Yeah, it's definitely full white. This one is, I think, full white too, but because of the pixelation, it's the same orange. So we got a red. Okay. And what's this? It's slightly brighter, huh? Could actually be the same color as this one. Yeah, it's definitely the same color there. Now it's a solid square, so we actually know it's 1F instead of 2.6. Does that make sense? That does make sense, yeah. Looks good, right? I think it looks the same. I think this is good coloring. And then we can definitely use this dynamic as well, is use the titles as orange and then the value bigger as white. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this one. Hello? This one as orange inactive, and we can have a selector basically. Orange inactive. So what I do is this. Let's move this one down a little and move this one up. There we go. You have 2 shades of orange. Wait, no, it actually... It's a triple shade. Okay, good coloring. I think their colors are good. Good indicator. So now we have this light orange as the titling for anything. Do we need anything else? I think these are the basic colors that we need. This blue might become in handy some points. I don't know yet. Can we use this gray maybe? 6D. Okay. Okay. It could come in handy as well. But 300s. There we go. How about that for colors? Okay, now I'm gonna need to debug why I can't return a 0 as a value. Why does that not like it? And we need to find Alloy. Wow. I need you. So it's probably in the find function. In object. Wouldn't that be... No. So I have this function, I got this from the internet because I couldn't figure out these regex to do the splitting on paths. Basically what I'm doing is like this one, ship.fuel. I wanted to resolve that as a path in an object. But I don't know why It doesn't allow me to return a 0. And I feel like it has to do with this. Because if I do, probably if I do this. User.x. And then I do ID is position and that's it, I guess. But yeah, definitely doesn't work. If I put text hello here, okay, definitely displays. The question is, why does it not resolve? Why? Usership, yeah. I don't get it. It works for the other properties. It does work. Wait, if I do name is me, then I'm just gonna go ahead and resets this, and then instead we are gonna say name. Okay, it does say me, but it doesn't resolve the user. So why does it resolve ship? Doesn't? Module. Oh god. 1, okay. User.x. No dot. Okay. So it doesn't like user.x. But if I make user 1, let's try that. Then it works. So there's definitely something wrong with that function. Maybe it's not defined. Ooh, I got something. So this is return find, okay. Here's the problem. If that must be it. That must be it. User x0. Yep, it was defined. Basically, if I do user.g, it doesn't do anything. But if I do user.x, it now works. Okay. Yes, you gotta love JavaScript. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay. It works. We can kick out the name. We can kick out the resets. So we can actually work with some active data. Okay. Okay. Sometimes I dislike those things. Okay. So we init ship, we init user with Alloy. We're gonna have to update our, you know what, file, new window, Alloy. Oh, yep. Okay. 103. 103. 3 positions where I gotta change that. Readme. What date are we today? 28. Okay. Fixed property search. Was falsy. And that's 103. Okay. So commits, push, npm publish. Oh, one-time password. Okay. You guys aren't allowed to see my one-time password. Sorry, guys. I do protect my account, so that's important as well. Okay, it's published. My one-time password, meanwhile, is invalidated as well. So, Alloy 103 just came out. Got a lot of falsy. One or two. Wait, what? It is published. Did it not do that? Oh, it did it. I got an email saying it's successfully published. Okay. I don't need to do it again then. I don't know why it doesn't say it published. I got an email saying it published, but I guess not. Oh, there it is. It was just slow. I guess I guess npm is busy right now with River and Ring. Okay. Cool. This is why I love using own tools, is you find these little things. Oh, how did I just open that? Okay. I'll probably click that. Yeah. Okay. Man, this music is nice. Anyone know any more soundtracks like this? Wow, there's so many soundtracks. Including the original Sims. The original Sims Vacation, I see. I don't see the original. Ooh, the original Bavarian Sun. Ooh. Isn't the Bavarian Sun also open source or something? Yeah, I love it. I love it. I should make a playlist with this. Soundtracks. I'm gonna find more music like this. Absolutely. Yes, let me quit the pixelmator. Got what we needed from that. Cool. Plus it brings back so many good memories. Alright, so first things first is we're gonna hide the navigation bar. That's like, no. I don't hide the nav bar again. I had the casing wrong. There we go. So it's hidden. Cool. We shouldn't have a navigation bar there. Okay, we got the colors. We can get rid of the title. Empty window, cool. Let's get rid of the console log. By the way, what's the proper flow of doing things now? I updated a package. Do we just need to update in package.json? Like, do I need to say? Yes, I never touch these. I just install and I'm happy with it. I'm gonna put this on 103, and I probably can do npm I. Updated one package. That's probably gonna be okay. That should be stable, right? (103), sweet. All right. All right, cool. I never have to do that. I don't work too much with npm that way. But I'm definitely gonna do more with it. And that's also why I publish my own packages there, just to do it. All right, so first things first, we're gonna need to change our dashboard. And our dashboard is gonna have a bar on top with some information about you. So let's make a new controller. I'm gonna make multiple controllers that handle themselves. But I don't think we need that for this thing. View ID is details, and then we're gonna need to add some UI lines. So for that, we're gonna add global styling. Yeah, global input styling. UI line. Right, yeah. I always have to look up the references, but I guess as long as you know where to find things, you're fine, right? We need a horizontal and a vertical line, right? So horizontal line has a height of 1 and a width of TIUI fill by default. And then we're gonna have a background color, which is alloy.config colors.ui. Yes, color.ui. Then was it uppercase or lowercase? Lowercase. Okay. So details is gonna be heights 100. We're gonna have to monitor post layout as well to get the safe area. Height 100, top 0, and then we can do view class is horizontal UI line. ID is bottom line. Ooh, why did it do that? What's wrong? Error passing Excel? I fixed it, right? Okay. I broke it? Okay, I broke it. I see the line already. So bottom line, bottom 0. Alright, it's definitely there. It's too small though. So app.tss, we're gonna do a height of 3. It's definitely visible. It's just not incredibly clear. I don't know how well you can see it on stream, but it's there. We might need to tweak that a little. Why is there hair in my window? My monitor. Okay, so that works. But I'm gonna do text title, and I'm gonna call this one menu item. That's gonna be color set orange. This should be. Do we have that in the config? The white. Yes, text. Okay, so menu item. So if we add label class is title menu item, then it should be orange title, right? Yes. feel like it's quite dark compared to this thing. Oh god. It is darker, isn't it? It's definitely darker. I'm gonna fix out the color later. Okay. Have to go. All right, no worries. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for your input, and hopefully see you next time. I'll be back with more of these. Okay, what we're gonna do first is I think that's a good menu. See ya. Set constraints. Did I type that right? Download window. No. I'm gonna do get view. Dots. Save area padding. That's the one. Undefined. Yeah. Okay. Because that's the navigation window, basically. We need. Oh, we could do actually e.source. Okay, so we have a top of 48 and a bottom of 34. So that's the padding that we need to work with. So then details. Details. The top is. Top. Yeah, that works. Now we can actually put things like this. ID is position. Okay. Details position. It's gonna be left 20, top 0, text, position. Okay. And then I can do like this, and then we need to do 3 labels that binds the position of the user at all times. We might actually switch to SpaceX today. Apparently they're doing a Starship launch. Or at least they're still trying to get approval, which is pretty cool. I love Starship, it's pretty cool. So we need 3 labels for each coordinate, basically. And they need to be space, so we need a coordinate wrapper. We need a layout on that. I need to know what happens with that thing. Is someone in chat watching SpaceX with the Starship? X, Y, Z. Then coordinate wrapper is gonna be width, TIUI size, layout horizontal, coordinates, and title. Okay. Coordinates X, stabilize. Text is user.x. There we go. Okay. Left is 20, top is 40. Let's give it a nice and blue background color so we can actually see where it's positioning itself. That's good. And every coordinate should have a right of 20. And width, TIUI size. Okay, that's good. So then our position should be centered. And our position wrapper, so many styling things. With TIUI size, lefts. Left 20, then we can do a... No, that's fine, I think. Yes. Right. Let's see what the positioning from this thing is. That looks good. Looks good. So that means if we set the... Let's see. Require assembly set user x to 100. Didn't it update? It did. It did not update the UI. Why not? Is it a timing issue? Why not? This is against what I hoped for. It's supposed to update correctly. 0 changes. Apparently there's an issue there. I don't know what that is. What if we time it out for a second? Let's say 500. All right, time to debug. Where's there 2 files? Yes. Let's see if UI key is different than res, it should be different. So they are not registered as different. Why not? UI key res. Undefined. Wait, what? Why is it undefined? UI key. So the key is text. Res is 0 in that case. Text 75. There's no text. UI dot API name. It says DAUI label. What does UI dot text say? Undefined? How is it undefined? And if it's undefined, how does it register it as changed? That's my question. And why did it work before? Oh god. Should we just get rid of the blue color now? It hurts my eyes. Why is UI.text undefined? Even though it's labeled. It just immediately says 0 changes, so wait, it doesn't actually loop, so handle changes doesn't actually do that. So it does loop over UI changes. It does loop over 3 UI elements 3 times, so it definitely found that, so it definitely goes to par subscriptions. It doesn't get to this is undefined here. That's a problem. Okay, so it doesn't... I broke it somehow? I see. Description sub UI. How did that slip through? Okay, that definitely works. That one works. Okay, okay. Now it should work then, though. That's quite silly. But the whole purpose of this thing is basically broken. It updates. Okay, it definitely updates. Alright. Sweet. Oh, we still have debug mode open, so that at least works. So that means I had this thing broken. Do I not have new window? Stab Alloy. Gotta be kidding me. Actually update subscription. Maybe. Can't believe I'm doing this again. I'm gonna put this in here. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it in there. npm publish. I'm gonna hide the screen. Oops. Can't show my password. Because it does display plain text, the one-time token. Okay, 104 published. Sweet. Okay, so now it works. We got our zeros. We have the constraints here. Do we actually see a jump in that? Sorta. $.args.loaded. So let's just give a function to this window from our main window, from our window that's basically creating it. Dashboard is this. Loaded is an anonymous function which is dashboard.open. It doesn't work. We need to have that one saved. Post layouts, do we get that? We don't get that. Because we don't open, we don't get a post layout. Is that it? Alright, alright. You know, I can undo this, right? Index. Okay, no, I didn't commit it recently enough. I should commit more. Got to it up then. Get rid of this. Alright. Dashboard setup. Thank you for not committing. I did that before though, then loading the window. Probably have some loading window set up then. I guess I need to work on that loading window sometimes. Okay. Do we have a full loop of the soundtrack? Yeah, we have. Okay. I love this soundtrack. It's good enough for on repeat, right? How long is it? It's an hour and a half. Yeah, it's definitely good enough for that. Gonna have OBS open. Okay. So we have our position here, which will always be up to date. So now what we need to do is we need to have a flow that allows you to travel. So what I'm gonna do, first things first, we need to display our fuel. Can we do a vertical line in the middle? So we have a horizontal UI line, let's get a vertical UI line, which is width 3, height fill. So if I do a vertical UI line with no ID, that should actually center it automatically, right? Yeah. Okay, so we have 2 squares there. Perfect. Actually perfect. Okay, so on the right, I'm gonna add details, fuel. We have, you know what? What we're gonna do is view. Wow, it's very aggressive underlining as soon as the UI becomes invalid. We are gonna need ship wrapper. I'm gonna call this ship fuel. So ship wrapper is gonna be right 020 top 0. With 50%, I guess. Because then we can do the other wrapper. Precision wrapper is also with. You know what? We need to do it 45% because there's a little margin. Wait, is precision wrapper not the top one? Do I have coordinate wrapper? Yes, I have left on that thing. I don't know why it's not perfectly centered though. Why is it not perfectly centered? Oh, I know. Coordinate Z should not have a Right. There we go. Still feels off. It's not great, but we're gonna work on that. Ship wrapper, right? So what do we have? Ship fuel. Title, fuel. Not title, text. There we go. Top 20. Nope, top 0. Yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make, we're gonna have 3 things. Fuel, which should have, I guess the capacity and the current fuel level both listed. And we also need cargo, I guess. I'm not sure that's relevant at that screen. You do need to know if your cargo is full, so we're gonna have a cargo indicator as well. So 2 different indicators, one for fuel, one for cargo. Am I missing one? Storage, cargo, yeah, whatever. These properties, speed and mining speed, is something we can find in detail screens. Let's do cargo, by the way. I like cargo better. Cargo, and then we need to reset the data to have a proper. Okay. All right, that works. Required, ours is moving. Sweet. I love this so much. Okay, I'm gonna go on a quick break. I'm gonna get some tea, but I'll be back. We have plenty more time to go, so I'm gonna leave you guys here, and I'll see you in just a few minutes. Alright, I'm back. Looks like I just got back when the soundtrack ended there. It's like, why is there no music? Let me switch screens. There we go. Alright, I like the stars. They're good. And it's very easy to include it, so that's also nice. I could do this. Stars equals 20. And then we go here. A lot of it arcs, that's stars. No, yeah. Doesn't that work? Why do I need this? Did I break it? God. Let's close this one. I did break something. I don't know what I broke. Stop. Start. Okay. Alright, maybe I should just do a fresh compile. I think I broke something along the way. And the question is, what exactly did I break? So I'm just gonna do a fresh compile, see if I can get it back to work again. Then I can easily drink a little tea. Okay, he's compiled. Please tell me it boots again. It does. I don't get it. If I do 20 then, that definitely works. It seems a little messier and less. I don't like it. 10 is better. Yeah, 10 is better. I love how closed caption says things I said tennis and not 10. But yeah, let's get rid of that moving. Let's kick it out again. If that's not what we're doing. That's basically going to be whenever we're traveling to a new position, that's kind of view for a duration of time it takes for us to travel. We're gonna have to calculate how much we're actually gonna, how fast the travel is actually gonna be. We have to go and triangulate the length of the distance, which is pretty simple to calculate. But I don't know exactly how long. I was gonna think 1 second per tile, but that might be too short. Maybe like 5 seconds or something. But if you travel a full 10 distance, then it actually takes a minute to get there instead of instant. It's gonna have to take some time, and it shouldn't be too long. Like if you just travel one tile at a time, then it's just 5 seconds. It's fine. Yeah, welcome, Lou. Welcome, welcome. You joined something that's not a game today, but actually game development. Well, yeah, it's game development. It's not a graphical game, it's a text-based game, but it's a game nonetheless. I'm still console logging something. Yeah, this. How are you today? Okay, I was gonna say we need the fuel and cargo in the top right. So we are gonna need, let's see, so ship fuel, can we do a left 20? Okay, so we're gonna do 2 wrappers then. Long work day, nice. Do you code as well? I don't think we ever talked about that. Fuel ID is fuel wrapper. Then we can put the label in there. Then we have fuel wrapper. Gonna be 50% and then left 0. And height TI UI fill. Let's add a blue background color to see if we're actually doing it right. Yes, it looks okay. Then we can skip the left on the fuel so it'll be centered. Cool. You tend to smile not. It's oddly calming after the chaos of feeding children, I can imagine. And we got SimCity background, so or SimCity soundtrack, so which is pretty calming in itself. Okay, so we're gonna keep the fuel there. And then we need two labels of 3. Fuel ID is fuel status. So many wrappers. You gotta love wrappering and wrappers. So that is gonna be layout horizontal. Top is no. Bottom is 20. Height is 20. Do we have a good block? Okay. You know what? Top 50. That seems okay. That seems okay. It doesn't allow for a lot of space, does it? Like we can't have huge numbers in there. Like precision can grow quite far. Like precision you can get to the thousands if you want. I might want to maybe I'm gonna constrain that because it doesn't make any sense to go any further than a couple hundred max. No, it definitely doesn't make any sense. But we do need both fuel and cargo in there, so we do need these things there. So let's just see how that works. So first things first. We probably sort of rename the coordinate styling to detail label. No, we should keep it coordinate. We should have a... No, it's fine. We don't need it here. Class title. And we need fuel current. We don't need an ID, we don't need a module. We just need text. Like that. And then fuel max. Well, you know, capacity, that's the terminology we're going for, so. So fuel currents, text is gonna be ship.fuel 30, cool. Fuel capacity should be fuel capacity. Yes. And of course now we see like the fuel status is lower than the position status. That's not something I want, so we should do top 40. I think that should be equal then. Position. We have top 40, yeah. Okay, that should be the same then. We have the fuel capacity. Good. I wonder if we... Oh, come on. If we can fit things like 200s. So if we go to our ship and we set it to, let's say 300s. Does it fit nicely? No, it falls off. Okay. That's what I feared. And if on smaller devices, it's going to be even narrower. So I'm going to need to tweak that styling a little. Let's make it 300, 300 and see what we can do with that. Left 10. Okay. This is fine for now. I'm gonna do a proper UI overhaul. Off stream. I want to, like, the tweaking of the UI is not really that interesting to look at. I want to build the app on stream. So for now, I'm just gonna leave it and work on that later. So now we're gonna go ahead and copy this whole thing, make this cargo wrapper. Probably have to add some classes so we don't have to duplicate too much codes. Fuel wrapper there. Cargo wrapper. Right 0. Ship cargo. Ship cargo. There we go. Fuel and cargo. We can actually leave this as a class. And let's just do we have ship status wrapper? I don't think we do use that one. Ship status wrapper. So then this can be a class. Yes, cool. And then we only need to do cargo current and cargo capacity. The word fuel looks horrible. I don't know if you know that. If you just stare too long at a certain word, it's just gonna be horrible, but that's what it is now. Cargo. And we're gonna need to do cargo. Cargo capacity. I don't know what's wrong there though. Oh, we have. Okay. Cargo current. This is going to be a calculated property. Because the cargo contains the actual cargo that we're going to have. But it's going to contain the actual cargo that we have, but it doesn't reflect in a number, so we're going to have to calculate that property every time we update our cargo. But that's something to keep in mind. And because of this dashboard, it's going to be apparent if I forget about it. So what I need to do first is I need to make sure that that ship status wrapper doesn't have a left 10 and has a width of DIY size, so we actually have it centered. There we go. So cargo is centered, fuel is centered. We should be able to fit a cargo 3000 in there. It works. I wonder how far we can get it. So 300 should work. Does 300,000 work? It still fits. There we go. Okay. Something to keep in mind. Let's go to 30 on all of them. Well, except for the current, because we don't have anything in stock. Then we need to skip that reset. Cool. So we got a simple UI for status, right? Pretty straightforward. Just a second, I'm checking if SpaceX actually does something right now. I don't think it does anything. I see 3 streams already. Oh god. There's a lot of people streaming it. Which makes total sense. There's so much stuff in this category, it's crazy. I wish we had a programming category on Twitch again. Okay. So we got a good indicator of everything we have. I don't like the positioning of the position stuff yet. Is there a reason why that's... position wrapper. Left 20. Oh, that might be it. Sorry. Here we go. But it looks better. Left 20 broke it. Although it still doesn't look great. Left 10. Yeah. Okay. Left 10. Okay. All right, let's commit this before I forget about it. Add dashboard status. Let's push it as well. So at least if my computer crashes right now, I don't lose it. I don't have a crash in a long time. Like corrupted hard drive and everything. I don't remember when that was last time that happened. All right, we got that. So what we need to do is I need, on the bottom, we're gonna need action buttons. So one of them is gonna be travel, one of them is gonna be mine, but it has to be inactive, of course, whenever whenever there is no mining possible, basically. And there has to be content in the middle, right? Which says whatever there is. So we're gonna need a graphic of an asteroid, for example, when that's visible, when that's there. And of course, I'm gonna make the first asteroid myself, but it's gonna look horrible, just like the ship. But then at least we got placeholder graphics, and we can adjust. But for now, we are gonna go ahead and add the action bar on the bottom. Wait, bottom line is gonna. I need a name. I need that name, I guess. Let's call it details. Details bottom line. Bottom line is gonna be details. There. Gonna need to make that color a little lighter because it's. I mean, you see it, but it's not that clear. On at least on the simulator. Maybe on the Vives it's better. A little bit, or maybe that line needs to be a little thicker. Right now it's 3. Let's make it 5. Good. There we go. No, that's too thick. Definitely not 5. 3 is good enough. Yeah, 3 is good. It's just not dark enough or light enough. But just like the orange is a little too dark, we're gonna tweak those colors slightly. The white is at least good. Okay, so what I'm needing is view ID as action bar. The action bar Action bar at the bottom is, we need to do this. Get the bottom property of the save area. Okay, we have, oh, I need a capital B. Yep. Action top bar. Action top line. There we go. Action bar is gonna be height 100 for now. Sure. Bottom 0. It will be repositioned basically. And then we're gonna do this one, and that's gonna be top 0. If I do bottom 0, then you'll see it's actually just above that. Oh, you can't actually see that. Ooh, my webcam's in the way. There it is. You can see the line just above the home indicator. So that's actually the perfect place where it should be. And can I do it? Does it look nice? It could actually look nice and on the top as well. If I do a wait, what? Nope. Details, top line. No, it doesn't look nice. I also don't know why I add styling, an ID to this thing, when I could just do bottom 0. And with this, top is 0. There we go. Coming up with weird names, well, I don't even need them. Okay. Okay. We are gonna need a button. And we could actually use just a button property. Button class is UI button. ID is travel button. Title, travel. Okay. Color. No, you don't need to define the color here. What I do need to define is a class. The class was UI button. So app.tss. TSS. So here. Let's see. Height 50, width, DIY size, background color. It's gonna be this guy. No, it's not light enough. Color is gonna be text. AKA white. And why is compiling so slow? Travel, okay. Can we have, do I have a padding property? Left 20, right 20? Is that working on a button? No. What do we have on a button? Oops, I'm already in the right button. Do we have something like that? Like padding. This is why I always make it a few. Like that. Style. Word. Okay, let me have a look how that looks. Style. And of course I want TI. I wonder why this one is slow in particular. Not sure. I did increase the font size. I'm looking for that, but I did do that. Which colors do we have? Which colors do we have? We had some gray. Yeah, we need gray. And we just don't need padding then. We need to... No, not gray. I know the UI is actually not that bad. We just need a bigger font. Need a regular and font size 24. Oops, not in that property. It needs to be in here. Border width, one border color, colors, gray. Does that look nice? I mean, I need to figure out how to make the width a little wider. Border radius 10. No, that's not it. It's definitely not it. Okay, padding needs to go. Width needs to be just 100, I guess. And I will see what this actually does. It makes it better. I don't like the lack of background color. The UI thing I had didn't actually have much to go on, I think. So we had this as UI, or as a indicator. So the thing is, the color is actually too dark, so... But is this the same as that one? Oh, that could be it. Open with Pixelmator. That's 2.8. Do we have a 2.8? Config. No. So is that the color we were looking for in the beginning? Okay, that's much better. The lines are clearer. We can actually make them thinner again. Okay, this is good. 2. The background color of the button is better. Everything is clearer. Yeah, this is good. Oh, by the way, I didn't even notice that when I reboot the app, it actually triggers the close of the window and then it logs here. Cleaned up 7 subscriptions because of closing window. It's good. Debug property works well. Okay. Okay, this is much better. But that color is definitely an improvement. So Pixelmator. Can we get this color as well changed? So the orange needs to be... Okay, how can we get it a little lighter? We need to be here? It's closing in on red, actually. I feel like this square might... That's 6B? Is that actually... That might actually be darker? I don't know. Let's have a look. Oh, wait, over here. Okay. You would go there, here. Orange. Oh no, that's definitely not good. Just trying to get a good color from the UI. I don't know why it's rebooting 2 times every time. Okay, this looks slightly better. Okay, I can probably use that color tool to get the brightness up a little. Wait, that's a grayscale. No. Okay, final one. And then I'm gonna manually reboot the simulator because it keeps rebooting twice for some reason. Okay, that's better. Closing it. And let's recompile. Wait, why am I 930? I need to be in 931. Okay. I still have some outdated properties in here. API, I mean, that's fine. This... oh, we actually have a debug one? Okay, that's good. Then we can do that in Alloy here. Debug. Cool. I love how it already starts compiling while I build things. Alright, come on guys. Come on, computer. Let's compile already. It does a fresh compile because of a SDK upgrade, and it seems a bit slow. I don't know exactly why. And I dismissed it, so I don't actually see what the last update was. I cleaned the console, added terminal. Okay. Well, apparently we have a little break today. So why is my webcam not entirely to the side? Yeah. Back in the corner. I guess it doesn't help my computer's doing a lot of CPU work at the moment. Streaming itself usually hogs my CPU because there's quite some things I have loaded in OBS. because this is never that slow. Okay, 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Wow. Cool. I love how it instantly has all the data. All right, so travel button works. Now, of course, we need to add the interface to travel. And what I'm thinking is we're gonna have the 3 numbers in the middle, quite big. And then the number inside. And then there's a plus and a minus, and like the plus above, the minus below, and then you can click that and increment and decrement the number. Increment and decrement. And then you can click a big travel button, and then it actually goes there. And then you see that moving animation. There's a timer, and once you arrive at location, we dismiss that travel animation again. And yeah, okay. What we should do though, in the middle, is the moving animation is going to be in the middle. So the top UI and bottom UI of our dashboard is going to remain there. But we just need to load in the traveling animation. And of course the travel button and other buttons won't work, but we should still be able to access your cargo, for example. But while that is happening, we should also lower the fuel amount that we have to visualize correctly what our status is. And in favor of the user, we're gonna round the fuel requirement down. So if our total distance is, for example, 2.4, then it's gonna just take 2 fuel. Not 2.4, because I don't want to keep track of I don't want to keep track of anything decimal. So 2.4 sounds good enough to me. Or I must say 2 sounds good enough for me. Okay, so we have a travel button. Travel button should load the travel UI. That's why I want everything made in components, because that way I could in theory open up the travel UI somewhere else in a different context. So that's why I haven't even used the current in the dashboard yet. Current is supposed to display what there is visible right now. Maybe I should do it first. So we have the whole details here. We have the action bar here, which doesn't contain too much. What we should have here is view ID is what are we gonna call that? What is in the middle? Just content, I guess? We can do content. Content. And we need to let that fill up the rest of the space. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is content.top is details.top plus details.height. And then we're gonna do content.bottom. It's gonna be action bar.bottom plus action bar.heights. And that should make a red block right in the middle. Cool. And to verify if this is actually correct, if I remove this line, yeah, look at that, we have it over there, and if I remove this line, it's going to be over there. Cool. So it actually works. The positioning works dynamically based on any device that we're going to have. Why did I just dismiss it? Page. Okay. I should get rid of that color. So positioning is good. So what we need to do is we need to keep track of what content page we need. Let content page. I'm gonna make current the one that we need now. Load a screen. And then we can say if we're gonna switch the screens, let's see, if we're gonna switch screens, we're gonna need to remove the one that we have currently and then add a new one, right? So content.children for each content.remove child. Does that work? And then what we're gonna do is content.adds alloy.create controller dashboards, and then we're gonna have content page get view, and then we can call load screen. Okay, so that seems to do fine because it didn't throw an error for me. And if we go to current, and if I'm gonna get label hello, then it actually loads. It's very hard to see because it's black on dark gray, but it's there. So it actually loaded the screen correctly. Sweet. So in here we need to do some logic. So basically we're gonna need to load this page, and then we should display whatever is at the current coordinates. We know the current coordinate. For starters, because we only load this page every time the position is changed. So I'm gonna need to refresh that. Yeah, so we're gonna have to refresh that. I'm gonna figure out how we're gonna do that correctly. But for now, we need to display information. So we're gonna need to have this data somewhere, right? Because right now we don't know anything about any coordinate. We don't even have any logic for it. So we're gonna have coordinate.js get info, and we're gonna get x, y, z in here. And basically there's gonna be a couple, there's gonna be one fixed location, which is 0. Return, no. What we're gonna do is if this is 0 and this is 0 and that one is 0, then we're gonna return moon. Return. Okay. So name is moon. Why do I do this in quotes? Name is moon. Station. Trade true. You know what? Type is moon. Name is moon. Because type is gonna return like anything that we have. Like you can have a station type, you can have a asteroid type, anything really. And also using the type, I can properly visualize things. Okay. Type is moon, name is moon. We have trade, we have fuel, true. Anything else? Well, right now, I don't think we need anything else. Okay. So we need to fetch the user. Require. Require Alloy WebKit user, and then info is require coordinates. Get info user.x, user.y, user.z, console.log info. And then we call init here. Can't find module coordinates. Okay, we just need to remove this one. No. Get info is not a function. Oh, we didn't export it. Yes. Alright, look at that. We got it. Type moon, name moon. Okay. We should probably. Oh, there's still a bunch of images in there, I see. iPhone. No, we don't need this one. Okay. We're gonna need some moon icon or something. Okay, this looks like a nice, nice image. Let's see. There, app, assets, iPhone, images. Look at that, we got a moon. Why is it called FC Home? Oh, moon. Probably need to recompile, but if info.type equals moon, I'm gonna have a show moon function here. Moon is something special. We're only gonna have one of them, so you know, might as well do it nicely. So if that, return show moon. Get view dot add, create image view, image into JPEG. It was JPEG, right? Yeah, it is. moon.jpg. Left 30, right 30, you know what, 20 is good enough. And top 20. Okay, so there's the image. It doesn't load because it doesn't get recompiled with new assets, so we just need to recompile the app real quick. But basically we have a special type, and that means that as soon as we got our position 0, 0, 0, we're gonna have the moon. And on the moon, we're having, as you could see, we're turning there's a station as well, which has trading options and which has fuel options. So we can buy fuel or sell, and we can buy and sell goods. And how are we gonna do the goods market? I don't know yet. Like determining value of things, I don't know, but we'll get to that. But for now, placeholder images. The moon will be something I will have made as an asset and will probably rotate. I'm gonna probably make it an animation. I don't know. Wait, those Lottie files have a moon. Here, I like this one. Oh, we have an asteroid as well. It looks like an asteroid. You know, this one looks actually pretty cool. It's not too weird. So we can actually include this using TI animation. We're gonna need to download that module. It's a lot of frames, by the way. Do I need an account here? Multi-JSON, animated GIF, MP4. We can download MP4. I need an account. Okay, I'm just gonna do that at a later stage. Okay, for now, placeholder image of the moon. Perfectly fine. Name I don't need to visualize yet. But suffice to say, you can see you're around the moon right now, and we can travel away. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a new controller, new Alloy controller, and it's gonna be dashboard travel. And what that does is we're gonna load the action bar. There we go. Can actually collapse this because we don't need that. Action bar, travel button, and we do on click travel. And we have an error. Yes. And then we can say content page is travel, and then we do load screen. And the moon is gone. So basically we can replace that screen with our travel screen, where we can again do some data binding with the positioning, and allow the user to select things. We should calculate the distance on the fly, and then initiate travel again. Have a big go button here, for example. I think that should be good. That should be good. Travel. As you can see, we reload. We're not on a travel page anymore. So, man, I love this song. This song is, for me, the song I recognize. I don't know why it's this one specifically. I don't know. It's a good song. I love SimCity. It's too bad the franchise went away, basically. Not that City Skylines isn't good, but I don't know. SimCity was great. So what we're gonna need here is, let's get rid of this thing. We're gonna need 3 boxes and 6 buttons. And they need the same styling pretty much all, and they probably need to look similar to what our travel button looks like. You know what, the buttons actually should be good. Okay, we're gonna need 3 views. View ID X wrapper. So, X wrapper. Coordinate wrapper. There. Needs to be a width of, let's say 100 and a height of 200. Why am I making it that? Height of 200. Border width. No border width. No, that's for the buttons itself. Okay. Coordinate wrapper. Was it right? Yes, coordinate wrapper. And we need 3 things in here. First is button class is UI button. Title is plus. There we go. Let's call it button style. I'm gonna do a class for that. And it's gonna be a big font. $50. Okay. Why is it going down? There's probably not an offset, is there? There's a shadow on vertical line. Yeah, default is center, but plus is a lowercase, so text align. No, that's horizontal. No. There's no uppercase plus. I don't like that. No, anyways. Min-max of styling comes later. So first off, we're gonna need to have 3 boxes of these things, right? Y and Z. Container. Layout vertical. No, horizontal. Let's give it a background color. We should see 3 of them. Left 10. Why am I not seeing 3? There are 3 distinct. That's weird. Curious which one I'm seeing. I think I'm seeing them all. Can I not? Okay. X wrapper left 10. Y wrapper should have nothing, and Z wrapper should have right 10. There we go. And this should work for smaller phones as well. I think the smallest one that's currently on the market is 320, which should mean they are all squeezing together quite nicely. You know what? We're gonna make it 95. I think this layout works and for all devices. Yeah, this layout should work for all devices because the smallest one is 320, and I'm not sure 320 is still being updated. Okay. Border width 1, border color is going to be alloy.config. Colors.ui. Sorry, lowercase ui. Yeah, so there's a very distinct line around it. Yes, okay. Button should be width 70. No, button style, sorry. Oh, we already had that. Width 70. I think periodization matters, but that's okay. Add button. Add button is going to be title plus and top 20. Now we can actually get rid of the title in here. It makes this simpler again. And also we should probably do this. There we go. And we should also have a subtract. Is that how I write it? Subtract. I never write that word. Subtract. Yeah, subtract. Okay. Subtract button, title minus bottom 20. Okay. I think this entire thing needs to be a little taller. And then we need a bigger box there. Which we're not gonna data bind. I'm gonna feed in the data separately. Class is coordinate label, ID is X label. ZY. And then we can have a styling for our coordinate label. Which is pretty much the same as our button, I guess. Can we just do UI button? That works pretty good. Width 70. Okay. All right, that looks good. We have plus and minus. Nice, nice, nice. It sort of almost feels like a interface, right? That you use at a spaceship-like situation. I wonder, does this UI thing, does that actually give us an indication of how we could change some UI there? If we have this. No, I think it's okay. We could definitely tweak some things. Definitely tweak this to be a little nicer, but there's no need for priority on that right now. This is good enough for now. Okay, so what we're gonna need to do is const user data. Alloy WebKit user, and then we can say $x label. The text is user data.x. That works. Cool. We're gonna need to do some text align here. How is it again? The center works, right? Yes. So plus and minus should change this. Okay. I'm gonna make this a let. We can change this. Adds. And function subtracts. Okay, and now what we're gonna do here is on click add coordinate equals x. And here we should be seeing e.source at coordinates. We should see x in the logs. Yes. We're gonna need to do... which event do we have again? Events... Ooh, the events I probably don't list here correctly. Let's go to the view. It's probably inherited from the view. Hello? Events, touch start. That's what we're gonna use. Okay, that triggers enough. Because otherwise it's gonna trigger after you release with a button, and that's not exactly what we want. We want it to interact immediately. And then it can... yeah, okay. So, what we need to do then is user data dot x plus plus. I'm gonna make a little render function. We're gonna throw this in there, and then we're gonna call render. We're gonna call render here as well. e.source.coordinates. There we go. And we can do this as well. Minus minus render, and then we just need to set all the coordinates correctly everywhere. Subtract. Cool. Travel. Look at that. How about that for the interface? Okay, so we got this. Now there's a couple properties we need to calculate. For example, we need to calculate the distance we're going to travel and the fuel it's gonna take. So we need to know the amount of fuel that we have, if it's sufficient or not. We're gonna need to calculate the travel duration. So here comes the calculation for travel speed. And I'm still thinking 5 seconds per coordinate seems decent. So if you go to 111, then you need to go 1.4. Is the distance, I think? No, a little more. I'm gonna need to calculate that. Triangulation. And then we're gonna do that times 5 for the time it's gonna take. Going straight to 111 is of course more fuel efficient than going to 100, then 110, and 111. That's 3 hops, but it also makes sense because in three-dimensional space, it makes sense to go a straight line instead of following the borders. And as I said, I'm gonna round the fuel down. So basically, within a certain bubble, you're pretty free to travel on one fuel. I'm not sure. Maybe this should actually still be within 1. Like below 2? I'm not sure about that. It could be efficient to toy with that and see, okay, I can get there for that amount of fuel. Wait, this looks like a button panel you'd find in a spaceship if you have coordinates you need to input. And of course, there's going to be some things we're going to keep track of, like the total amount of distance traveled or the number of jumps and these kind of things. That's absolutely going to be fun to do. For now, It's good enough. Yeah, it should be fun. Let's see. So first, the calculation of distance. So we're gonna not use user data here because we need a copy of that. So const user data, and then let's coordinates targets. There, and then you need to use target instead of user data here. That should fix it. Yep. Okay, that works. So now we need a box that will display our information. So travel information. Let's give it a class box. And box is going to contain the border properties. So we only have to do that once. And then we have travel information here. Travel information. So that top is gonna be. Need to get rid of this layout property. So what's the height of that thing? 240, 340, 360. Left 20, right 20. We had 10 there. Okay, 10, 10. Let's do a height of 100 because it seems to be default right now. To do travel. Yeah, there's a box there. You know, we need 50 only. 60. Okay, now we're going to use the orange labels with the information we're going to need. So fuel required and time duration, I guess. Just duration. Let's see, label class is title. Yep. And we're gonna add travel label, and ID is gonna be distance. Distance label. Okay. Travel label is gonna have the orange color. Alloy.config.colors.orange. I think it was orange. And then the distance label property is gonna say text. Fuel required. There it is. Font size 14, 15? Is it smaller? Oh, that's way too small. 20? What is our title size anyways? But that looks good. And then we're gonna do a left of over here. A left of No, we're gonna need to divide the box in two and then center it in that middle again. So we're gonna need to have two wrappers to do that properly. View ID is distance wrapper. And fuel. Wait. We don't need to. No. It's gonna be fuel wrapper, and it's gonna be time wrapper. Yes. And the top is gonna be 5. Yes. Okay. Not distance label, fuel label. So fuel wrapper with 50%, left 0, and the time wrapper with 50%, right, is 0. So that should mean it's in the left 50%, yes. Cool. Time label. Travel time. Travel time, there we go. So now we have two properties. Field required travel time. This box probably needs to be a little higher than 60. Let's make it 70. Fuel value. And this is going to be time value. Travel value, okay. Bottom 5. It should do it correctly. Then we can, in the render function, we can calculate the difference. Oh god, what's that function again? Math dots. The difference between two numbers. Two numbers. This one. User data.x minus target.x. Xdiff. That's it. 0, 0, 0. Okay, that looks good. So this is actually the distance we need to travel. We don't care about which direction we're going. We just need to know the total distance. And then the distance is gonna be. Why are we making this let? We can make it constant. Distance is gonna be math that's. Oh god. This one, right? Square root, yeah. Math with pow. Text div. I'm doing this from memory. I'm not sure if this is actually going to be correct. Why div? If anyone knows I'm making a mistake, please let me know. Console.log distance. Yeah, this is not correct. Okay. Oh god, what was it again? I have it somewhere. Let me just quickly browse my computer. I didn't use POW, okay. I just used... It's plus. Okay, I can still use... It's plus, not multiplying. One, yes. 1.4, that's the number I'm looking for. 111 is 1.7, okay. This is already 2.4, okay. This is 3. Okay, this makes more sense. Alright. Okay. This makes sense, yes. Okay. How do I frames today? Good. Okay, so we have a distance. So basically, fuel required, fuel value, yes. Fuel value, the text is math.floor distance. Looking good. Console log that. And travel time is basically, we can do this, math up floor. We're generous. We do math up floor. We can remove that math up floor. And then travel value, yes, travel value. Oh, I know something else. Distance times 5. The math for is here. We're not generous with travel time. Oh, probably the text. Travel value that text is not. Ooh, it's time value, sure. Got it. Okay. This makes sense. This is a straight line, so fuel required 10, travel time 50 makes total sense. This same, this one's same. But if I do 1, 1, 1, then we have 1 point, wait, 1, 1 was 1.4, so 1.4 times 5 is 7, or at least math of floor is 7. But if this was 1 point, what was it again, 1.8 the distance, makes sense. So this is really 12 seconds. I'm thinking if I'm wondering if 5 seconds per coordinate is too low or not. I'm not sure if that's gonna be okay. Also, we're gonna fetch this ship data. And we're fetching ship data because our ship has a thing called speed. And we need to divide our time value by ship data.speed. So one upgrade, for example, for the speed module, or I guess the engine of the ship, should be to go to 1.1, for example, 1.2 straight away. And things get more expensive the further along you're gonna be. And if you travel away this far, well, we cannot travel that far. If you're gonna travel this far, how far can we get on 30 fuel? Okay. This is the furthest we can get on 30 fuel. Interesting. Time doesn't change too much if I change a few of these. I guess in terms of distance, it doesn't matter too much either. So, when traveling this far, we can travel this far. But there's no direct reason to go that far unless you know there is something specific over there. But it's gonna take you almost 3 minutes, so we need to wait for 3 minutes when you're gonna do this. Also, we're coming up with the first decision we're gonna make regarding fuel. Because if I travel this far, I'm gonna be out of fuel there. What I'm thinking is this should not be done automatically. But we're gonna say that our engines run on hydrogen. Would that be a good assumption? Hydrogen engines in ships. I mean, I'm not a big science guy, but I would say hydrogen engines sounds theoretically correct. So, if you run out of fuel without a fueling station in the area, you're gonna have to either generate hydrogen from whatever you have in your cargo. So if you have water in your cargo, you can easily make hydrogen and oxygen. But if you don't have any of that, we should have a fallback option. You can turn on your, I don't know, you can capture hydrogen from the vacuum or space. It's going to be hydrogen molecules floating around. It's going to take quite some time. It should be a punishment if you do that. If you run out of fuel, you're not smart. But it should not be a dead end. And I guess the game should tell you that you won't be able to return on your fuel that you have on you. So, like, traveling to a further coordinate is going to be interesting because you have to know if there's a fueling station in the area. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a random chance. There is going to be a station at a coordinate, and this coordinate, this data will remain fixed. As soon as you've visited a coordinate has a station, it will always be there. So there should be a UI somewhere in the app that says, well, this is your nearest station. It's only so many blocks away, or at least the nearest station you know of. And I'm thinking, instead of capturing hydrogen from vacuum could be possible. Like capturing hydrogen from space could be one of the multiple options. Another option would be to use your contact at the nearest fueling station to get you to bring you some. And then that's basically going to be the distance. So if you don't know of any other fueling station except for the moon, then moon is your nearest fueling station. So then, as you can see on screen now, we have 154 seconds it's going to take you to travel through that coordinate. So if a fueling ship needs to come to you, first of all, you're going to need to buy this fuel, and secondly, the duration it's going to take for them to get to you is going to be double the travel time that that it's going to cost you. Like, they have a slow travel time, something like that. But it's going to be the expensive and faster way out, so capturing hydrogen should definitely take a lot of time. It sounds like a good idea. Anyways, UI is getting along, right? I sort of want to get that travel implemented right now, but fortunately my stream end time is always at 11, which means I'm usually around 4 hours in my stream. So I'm just gonna end it here before I start diving into timed functionalities and all that stuff. But I'm definitely gonna continue this. In the coming time, you'll be able to see me streaming this more often. I'm announcing my streams on Discord as well. Or there's a go live notification on Discord, basically. So if you're interested in knowing about that, you can join Discord. And also, I'm on TI Slack. Do I have a TI Slack command? Yes, I do have a TI Slack command. There is a Titanium community there. You can ask questions, and also there is a Twitch channel on that Slack where I announce my programming streams typically as well. But yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. I've had a lot of fun. Let's end with a commit. Add travel window. Here we go. And I am going to end it here. Thanks a lot for watching, and hopefully I can see you next time. And just stick around for a few seconds. I'm gonna rate someone else. Bye guys.